with Semenov against Sutter for the draw, and the faceoff is controlled by Chelios, working it into the Edmonton zone. Chelios peels off, then centered. Here's Smith right in, and a save by Ranford. Right off the get-go, Steve Smith right open in the slot now. Mateau for Graham. Ranford stops him, rebound, and Ranford, and the shot goes wide. Mateau had another crack at him, and the Oilers with a problem in the early going. To center, Smith trying to cut him off. Nichols stepped away, then shoots one, and Chelios in the way of that. Got the shot blocked. Then Graham tied up in the corner, dug out of there by the Oilers down to his shot, and he shot it up off the glass. And it's held in at the near point now. Murphy along centering pass, they score! Nichols and down Booth both took a whack at it as the puck laid loose outside the goal crease. And the Oilers lead for the first time in Game 3. They did have a lead in Game 2, but after a couple of great saves by Ranford, now Edmonton strikes.
Murphy to the front of the net for Dan Booth and Nichols. Nichols was in front, tied up by Steve Smith. The backhand dump towards the crease, deflected off Smith, and I think Nichols beat Dan Booth to it with a quick hand. Smith seemed to have him tied up, but Nichols was able to beat him to the puck.
Gathers it in. Carries it over the Chicago line. Semenov ran out of room, shot it in behind the net. Lowe got away from Chelios. Here's Lowe with a wraparound and a save by Belfort. Rebound to Chelios. Kevin Lowe steps over the Hawk line, weaving to the near side. There's going to be a Hawk penalty. Lowe centered in. Here's Bailey, and a save by Belfort, and he holds on. It's Edmonton. It's still snowing in Edmonton. The Oilers lead the Hawks 1-0. Out of there with it, gets over the Oiler line. Roenick dropped it for Goulet. He put it to Larmer. Here's a shot. He got it just wide of the far post. Mark Lamb, the loose puck in the corner. Up the boards to Lowe. Now Kelly Buchberger's pass deflecting, carried down though by Lamb. He got away from Marchment. 2-on-1, cutting in Lamb for McTavish. He scores. Craig McTavish. As Ryan Marchment was victimized in the neutral zone, and the Oilers lead 2-0.
Brian Marchment has this habit of going at the player, going forward, challenging with no support. And he challenged and got beat outside the line. Lamb with Russell, the lone defenseman, and Russell overplayed it over to McTavish, the one-timer, and into the net. And Mike Keenan is up on the bench. I don't know what he's arguing about or what he's upset about, but one-timer by McTavish, and it's 2-0 Edmonton.
Do here.
Lemieux with a one-handed splash at him, and that's got to be a 5-minute penalty.
Got to.
And the Blackhawks in big trouble, down 2-0, and they're going to be shorthanded for 5 minutes, and Lemieux will be gone for the rest of the game. Second and third effort. Deacon into Klima, and Klima's shot stopped by Belfort. The rebound out front to Semenov, and his shot.
Are on with Mike Hudson. Now Nichols behind, was beaten to it by Marchment, and he failed to get it out. Here's Manson at the near point with a long cut. Belfort the save, gave a rebound. Booth centered it, picked off, and Russell able to clear it.
Good play by Steve Larmer. Otherwise, it's 3-0.
Hawks looking a little bit better here in the second. They'll head to the power play, but it's 2-0 Oilers. Held in to Keith Brown at the far point. Knocked long. It's knocked away by Vincent Danfus. There's a minute left on the Hawk power play. Rob Brown to the line. Flipped it for Roenick on the near side. Roenick moves it front, shoots, and it's score! Jeremy Roenick shot deflected by Ranford, and then Brian Noonan on the doorstep stuffed it in. Noonan on the Hawk power play cuts the Oiler lead in half.
Well, Rob Brown with a soft feather backhand pass. Put it into the corner for Roenick. Roenick picked it up, made the move around Muni, let the shot go from the short side. The rebound to Noonan. Ranford had a chance to beat Noonan to it, but somehow Noonan was able to jab it under him. He had difficulty locating the rebound, and Noonan was there to tuck it in. And it's a 2-1 hockey game. The Blackhawks get a power play goal.
He was able to walk in right to the net, but tried to make a feed. It deflects to the corner. Larmer after it there. Slipped it to the line. Kravchuk looking to center. He came right back to him. Now he walks in, fires, and a save. It deflected and just laid there for defense pairing, and here come those Oilers as Murphy races in there on Russell. Stops quickly, tries to center it across to Nichols, who's at his feet. He couldn't find it, then centered it. Big save by Belfour on Dumfus, who was all alone in front of the net. And now we're going to have a penalty coming up against the Oilers. And Tikkanen knows it. He heads right to the box. And the Blackhawks will get their third straight power play here in the second period. Craig Muni, now Brown at the line for Kravchuk. Gave it to Noonan along the board, side of the net for Goulet, pass at his feet. Ranford swats it into the corner. Noonan after it there. That's some help from Goulet, who center one tipped in, and they score! Rob Brown, a waist-high pass that somehow he directed into the net. McCreary was right there, and he says it's a goal. 2 power play goals for the Hawks. We're tied at 2.
Brian Noonan with the good work along the near board after the first pass to Goulet hit his skate. And Goulet got it from Noonan, fired it across the goal mouth about knee-high, and it hit Brown in the leg and deflected in the net. And they say it was accidentally knocked in. It wasn't. That was hit with a stick. Rob Brown with great hand-eye coordination picked that out of midair off the blade, off the shaft of his stick, and into the net. What a play from Rob Brown. He's had a goal and an assist in this second period in only his second game of the playoffs, and second game in this series.
And now McTavish puts Lamb over the line. Lamb tees it up, shooting, and a save by Belfour. Gave the rebound, and kicked it wide by McTavish. But they've gone back here in the second period to their normal style, and the Oilers have had a tough time coming out against it.
Well, they were affected by the penalty minutes. 9 minutes they were shorthanded in the first part of this hockey game.
There's Chelios with a long shot. He scores! Chris Chelios fired it through traffic. It appeared that Ranford was screened, and Chelios with a 60-footer just inside the near post. The Hawks lead for the first time tonight, 3-2.
The Hawks winning the draw. Great job by Jeremy Roenick. Advanced it, was hacked at by the Oiler defenseman, right to Chelios, who moved to the middle of the blue line. Got it by Lamb and Muni, and Ranford never saw it. It was just inside the near post. Now, Roenick tried to go forward with it. It was hacked at by an Oiler defenseman, I believe Muni. It was kept in by Chelios on the backhand move.
Able to get help from Rob Brown. He feeds that to Hudson. One man to beat. Hudson in on McIver, streaking around him. The backhand and a save by Ranford. And then a centering pass stolen by Manson.
Ernie Nichols countering at the other end.
And the Edmonton power play is over, and they got nothing going on that opportunity. But here they come again. A centering pass. Klima! What a save by Belfour, who crawled to his left to stop a great chance from Klima. Kelly Buchberger dumping it back in. Chelios fires it around the near side. Richardson kept it into the corner. Gelinas leads it there. Buchberger out to the line. Richardson a long shot. Oh, that just hit Belfour. Never saw it with McTavish providing the screen. But he just happened to be there, and it hit him. And now the Oilers keep it. Here's the drive. They score! A long shot through traffic by Brian Glynn. And Edmonton has tied the game at 3.
Belfour makes a miraculous save on that first shot with McTavish in front. He hacked him in the ankle. It hit him in the left shoulder, but a poor clearing attempt by Rob Brown along the far side. He had possession, went to the backhand. Chelios, I should say Mateau. Mateau hacked at it, didn't get it out. And Glynn with the screen shot. Again, McTavish tied up by Steve Smith, but McTavish doing the work, the little things, will create scoring chances, and Belfour never saw it after Glynn intercepted Mateau's clearing attempt. 20 saves apiece on 23 shots apiece. 6:19 left in the third.
I think it's up on the mesh. It is. And the whistle sounds, and there has been very little room for anybody to work here in the last couple of shifts.
Tell you what the Oilers have done. They put Kelly Buchberger on Roenick every shift in the second half of this game. Steve Larmer, tough enough doing battle against the enemy, but when you get clipped by your own player, down he goes. Larmer's down, and then Mateau comes in and bang.
Through the first 60 minutes of play. And no wonder they're not talking too much. And this is the way it used to be when you were on the pond as a youngster and your folks wanted you to come in for dinner. Next goal wins. And the Hawks cleared ahead. Mateau feeding Graham. Back to Mateau over the line. He cuts in, shooting. Ranford with a right pad. Rebound to Kravchuk along the board. Getting help from Mateau. Looking for Sutter. To the backhand. Cuts in behind. Now the stop shot. And a save by Ranford. Rebound to the line. Keith Brown held it in. Shooting. And he shot it wide. Off the end boards. Here's a shot. And a save by Ranford on Sutter. And Bill Ranford, 3 game-saving stop from Maley. And here comes Kravchuk. Getting over the Oiler line. A wrist shot. Blocked at the Edmonton defense by McIver. Now Goulet held it in. Got it around the board. Chelios centered one. They score! Hawks win! Jeremy Roenick tipped it in. Hawks win in overtime. JR gets the game-winning goal. A tough chance. A hot pass from along the board, which Roenick tipped in past a helpless Bill Ranford. And the Hawks swarm around Roenick. They lead the series now 3-0.
12 game-winning goals throughout the regular season for Jeremy Roenick. And he comes through in a big way. Chris Chelios, another marvelous performance. Hawks were swarming all through the overtime. Chelios gets in, whips it across, and tipped in by Jeremy Roenick past Ranford. Turnover in their own zone. Chelios pinches in, snaps it across to Roenick, who redirected, and over Ranford and in the net. An exhilarated Blackhawks team takes a 3-0 lead against the Edmonton Oilers.
Jeremy Roenick's 9th goal of the playoffs. Chelios and Goulet get the assist at 2:45 of overtime. 9 postseason goals for Roenick. And he received the pass from Chelios and redirected in a very tough chance. Chelios really fired that centering attempt. And the great hand-eye coordination of Roenick gives him his 2nd game winner of the playoffs and 9th overall in postseason play. And the Chicago Blackhawks are 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Finals as they exuberantly head toward the locker room.